What's up, nation? Today let's talk about Sony Direct continuing to drop stock almost daily at this point and what you can do to secure your console, and a scalper group that nobody is a fan of that's claimed that they've secured another 2,000 consoles. All right, everyone, so I got two different stories I want to talk about today. The first is going to be Sony Direct and their continued commitment to releasing the PlayStation 5 through their Direct store. So I want to make sure I get all the information out to you guys. I think that as we're in the month of December, they are proving extremely reliable, and I think that they are going to be an excellent option to secure your PS5 before Christmas. And there's just a couple key things that I want to communicate to you guys to make sure you don't give up on the Direct queue too early, because I do see a lot of people sometimes commenting saying that, well, it's more than an hour wait, so I'm not going to get through anyway, so I just gave up. Well, that's not how they do the queue, so I want to break that down in detail and kind of share the exact steps with you guys on what to do once you're in queue. And then I also want to cover another story, which is not my favorite story at all, but it's just we need to address it. Scalpers are continuing to swoop up PS5s from the sound of it. They may be overinflating their numbers some, but I want to cover what they just recently stated is that the most popular scalper group that previously went on record said they had 3,500 consoles, now says they secured another 2,000, and they're saying that it's easy to do. So I want to dive through that article and what that means for us as we're competing against them as gamers to get our own consoles. Now, before we do hop into all the details, I do just want to quickly invite everyone to join Sunbro Nation. If you haven't done so already, do so by subscribing below. Hit the like button on this video if you enjoy the content today, and make sure you turn on your bell notification icon so you're kept up to date with all the newest gaming and console news as we're in the new generation of gaming. Also have to say a quick shout out. We just hit 10K subscribers. You guys are awesome. You're the best, and I'm extremely grateful for you. So we're not going to stop there. We're going to keep going, and I'm working on an appreciation for you guys. But with that, let's dive into the details. So the first thing we're going to talk about is Sony Direct, and just why I continue to like them so much as my #1 retailer to get your console before Christmas. Guys, they have proven to be the most reliable, consistent retailer when it comes to restocking the PlayStation 5. It's almost daily drops at this point. Sometimes they don't hit over the weekend, or for a couple days will go by and they won't have stock. But besides that, we've seen them go live almost every single day. You have to have a PSN account, so obviously there can still be some kind of, hokey stuff that people can go create, maybe fake accounts, but at least that's a requirement, so no scalpers are buying like 1,000 of these at a time like we're going to talk about later on. But I did want to say that you don't want to give up on them too early, because I see a lot of comments that say, well, I got into queue and then it showed me over an hour wait time, and so I said there's no point because I'm not going to get it anyway. I'm here to tell you that's not how the queue actually works. You are kind of gambling on when you enter the queue and if you get in at the right window or not, but there's like, if some users get in and there's only like a 15 or 20 minute wait whenever they click the link first, they might actually complete that queue before the stock goes live. And if that happens, then you're just going to be sitting in the store page with an out of stock screen, and you have to re-enter the queue, at which point you have a lower chance. So there's kind of a sweet spot in timing it. I don't know exactly what it is, but it's really just going to come down to if you click the link at the right time relative to when Sony actually loads the stock. Typically, it's been about 10 to 15, maybe 20 minutes of a wait time from whenever the link goes live to when stock actually does drop and people start purchasing these things. But that's something that I want to make sure that you guys don't give up just because you see more than an hour wait and you automatically equate that to, well, that I'm not going to get my console because there's too many people ahead of me. There have been people that show more than an hour wait, and then you hit like that 30 or 40 minute mark about 10 minutes into the waiting time. That's kind of seems to be, the people who are most likely to end up getting through and securing it in time. But again, don't sleep on Sony. They're literally dropping almost daily at this point, so there's no reason not to keep your notifications turned on. Follow the Twitter accounts in my description below. Can't stress that enough. Turn on all notifications. That's how you're going to be notified first when these links go live. Short of you just literally, the best thing you could probably do is continue to refresh the Sony site throughout the day and check. But I mean, it's amazing how fast information spreads now with Twitter. So as soon as these links go live, they get tweeted out and retweeted, and next thing you know, everybody knows about it. So that's what I like to do for Sony Direct. And then again, just make sure you have everything already secured as far as being signed into your PSN account ahead of time. You can do that by just simply going to their Direct website and signing in the top right corner, and then just make sure, double check all your payment information is accurate and all of that. Shipping address is all good to go, because once you're in their store, you are still competing against everybody else that's completing their purchases. Just because you you made it into the store with the add to cart button does not mean that you've won the battle at that point. You still have to get it to go through and get your order confirmation in order for you to have your console secured from them. So I just wanted to put out all those details so everybody's on the same page with what to do when Sony Direct continues to launch stock, because I think we'll continue to see them throughout, hopefully over the weekend, no telling, but at least by next week we'll see them continue to restock, because that's just based off history how they're doing it so far. And the next thing we're going to talk about is a story that I am not a fan of at all, but I do want to cover it on the channel because it's absolutely relevant to what we're experiencing whenever we're trying to fight through and get console purchases to go through, and then you just get kicked out for no reasonable explanation. It's scalpers. We're competing against bots who are obviously robots that can complete the transactions a lot faster than human beings can. Humans still get through and get their consoles, but it's few and far between because you have so many of these websites being overrun by bots. Now, the Scalper group that previously stated that they secured 3,500 consoles has now stated that they've secured an additional 2,000, and they're saying it's easy. Now, one of the reasons they're doing this, and there is a lot of speculation that they're inflating their numbers some, they're trying to get more people to actually sign up for their monthly subscription service that allows people to use their bot software to purchase this thing. So it kind of seems like it's more of like an advertising ploy, but I do want to read through the article that I found on VGC that's kind of interesting whenever it comes to the kind of numbers that they're reporting, and I would just want to share my takeaway on that with you guys. Crep Chief Notify, which is said to utilize bot software to purchase sought-after products faster than normal consumers, rose to prominence after boasting that its members had obtained 3,500 PS5 console to resell for profit. It later claimed to have secured over 1,000 Xbox Series X consoles, and on Thursday it advertised its latest success in an Instagram post. "We've done it again," Crep Chief Notify wrote. "Members have secured another 2,000 consoles in the last 48 hours. Our members are finding it easy to buy these consoles," it added. "If you're struggling and complaining about getting one, the simple answer is join the rest and secure yours through our group." But speaking anonymously to VGC, a person claiming to be a member of the group, which charges $40 US monthly membership fee, accused Crep Chief Notify of exaggerating its results. The person in question said subscribers can use an internal channel to document when they've secured products, and that recent member communication suggests Crep Chief Notify's numbers are overblown. On the day the member contacted VGC, they said fellow subscribers reported securing under 200 consoles split between PS5 and series models, far less than total advertised by the company. On the day the member contacted VGC, they said fellow subscribers reported securing under 200 consoles split between the PS5 and series models, far less than the total advertised by the company. So obviously the reality is that we are fighting against bots, and that there's no doubt about that. But with this particular group, it looks a lot more to be like a lot of fluff, and they're trying to put out these huge numbers to attract more people to pay their monthly subscription service, because that's what they want at the end of the day. They want not only to flip these consoles for profit, but they want people to be spending the $40 a month with them. So that kind of makes sense to me in that regard. It seems more like fluff numbers that they're trying to claim big numbers to attract in more users, as opposed to it actually being them walking away with thousands and thousands of consoles. So that's at least somewhat good news for the gaming community. That being said, I'm still totally anti-bot. I don't think even users should secure them for themselves. It's questionable if you want to do that just for your own oneself, but I think it gets out of hand real quick and people start buying them up in bulk and reselling and the whole deal. So I mean, that's really, in my mind, it's team gamer versus team bot this console generation, and it's a shame we're having to go through this, but it is 2020 and everything's been done online up to this point, and that's why we're really in this scenario. But I hope that retailers, and by talking about this more and voicing frustrations that gamers are having and not being able to secure the consoles, I hope that retailers and the companies like Sony themselves are hearing this loud and clear, and they're going to hopefully do something to address it in the future. We obviously can't do anything about the past, but I hope that more websites get, CAPTCHA systems that actually work in place, verified accounts, email verification codes, like even like what Best Buy does. There's a number of different things that they can do to fight off these bots, and unfortunately I don't think there's a lot of motivation for the retailers right now, because for the retailers, they got to sell either way, and it just leaves the gamer that wanted the console to have to go look on eBay and pay double the cost to get his console because somebody else took theirs by doing the bot thing. So it's a really frustrating situation, but I hope we see Sony step up and maybe comment on this one day, and hopefully put in some more strict regulations on if you're going to sell a PlayStation 5, it has to go to verified users. Now, however they do that, they can probably leave it up to the retailers to come up with their own systems, but we need to see something that stops people from getting 10, 20, 30 consoles at a time just to resell, because it's outrageous. But guys, I do want to know your opinions on that, so let me know in the comments down below on, you know, what your opinion is on scalpers and bots and how this console generation has gone, you know, so far as the launch goes. Thanks so much for watching the video today, everyone. I do truly appreciate you all sticking around until the end. I did at this point in the video want to invite you all to leave me a comment. Let me know your opinion on Sony Direct. Were you successful today? It's still going live at the time of me filming this video, so I don't know what all the results are as far as who got their consoles or not, but let me know that and what your game plan is going to be with Sony Direct going forward, as we'll probably continue to see them do restocks, and just your overall opinion on the scalper situation and what, you know, them charging a monthly service fee and stuff like that. So share all those thoughts with me in the comments down below. I do look forward to starting a two-way conversation with you guys. And then before I do end the video, I just want to quickly remind everybody one more time to join Sunbro Nation if you haven't done so already. Do so by subscribing below. Hit the like button on this video on your way out if you enjoyed the content today, and make sure you turn on your bell notification icon so you're kept up to date with all the newest gaming and console news as we're in the new generation of gaming. With that, guys, it's going to do it for me. I hope you all have a great day. Sunbro Nation, out.